stand for that flag. There we go, another Trump shirt. I'll be back. All right, Tom's rant. Oh, I have to pull these out. It is August 11th. A little word, well, everybody knows that the government literally is out of control. Problem with the FBI. Now, you have the Merrick Garland, come out and give some bullshit thing today, right? Ooh, we did everything by the book and all that bullshit, right? If you believe what the guy said, what the FBI says, what Biden says, what all these leftists say, you're ignorant. Because you can't believe what they're saying. If you think about it, one, the FBI has been abused since it was formed in 1935. I'm not positive on the president, but I believe it was Cooley. Whoever the president or whoever was running at that time. Like I'm saying, I'm not positive on this, so YouTube, go take me down because I'm not positive. I'm admitting that. But I believe it was Cooley anyway. Used the FBI to stop an opponent. Hoover, he used the FBI for his means. So anyway, there's been a lot of abuse at the FBI where it's been used for personal gain, where it's been used for political. And you can say, well, they didn't do nothing political when they raided Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence, when they trashed Melania's closet in her wardrobe. Right, she had stuff sewn in her wardrobe. Shh, yeah, I'm going to stuff these documents sitting here. Nobody will know they're in there. So anyway, and as far as there being a inside person at FBI, an informant inside Mar-a-Lago that was telling the FBI, we know where things are hid. In my opinion, that's total bullshit, right? I don't believe it for a minute. But anyway, regarding the FBI, the abuse of power, the Department of Justice abuse of power, now the Democrats and assholes on the left are like, there's no abuse of power. Okay, if you want to believe that, you go right ahead. That just proves how ignorant you are. The FBI and the Department of Justice have gone after President Trump since he came down the escalator and said he was running for presidency. They have done nothing but come after him. The Russia collusion. The FBI faked documents so they could get a warrant. They knew the dossier was fake. They knew Hillary's cronies paid for it. They knew all that. But they ignored those facts. They didn't tell the FISA court, by the way, this affidavit we're using here is fake. We know it's all lies. So we know that. They don't tell you that. They left that out of the FISA warrant, that all that was fake, that it was a whole anyway. So anyway, they have been going after him for 7 years. You think about that. 7 years they have been going after him. Each time they go after President Trump, we got him. Have they ever had anything against President Trump? The Department of Justice, the FBI, they have way too much power. They can go after anybody. And here's another thing. Why does the IRS have 5 million rounds of ammunition? Think about that. This is fact. It's not made up. YouTube can check it if they want, but it's fact. So why does the IRS have 5 million rounds of ammunition? That's what I want to know. I would like that answered. Do you guys need 5 million rounds of ammunition? That's a lot of ammunition. But anyway, going back to the FBI. For 7 years, they have been after Trump. For 7 years, they have found nothing. You had Shifty Shift up there claiming, oh, we have the evidence, I've seen the evidence, blah, 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 blah. And it's all been lies. If they would have had something on them, they would have taken them down, but they don't. And so the Department of Justice, Barr included, it's been politicized. So I think what needs to happen when the Republicans take control in November, and they will absolutely take control in November, they need to start investigating all this crap. And don't just sweep it under the rug, because the Democrats go after everybody. They've been trying to ruin Trump since the day he said he was going to run. They said, oh, he's nothing but a joke. Look at what good he did for this country. It was amazing the good he did for this country. So all those idiots on the left that were trying to take him down and do nothing but bash them, you're not bashing Trump, okay? You're bashing the 85 million people or whatever it was. I don't know the exact number, YouTube schmucks that go after fucking fake shit that isn't fake. So I'm telling you, you can look at it if you want. So I'm not saying it was 85 million people voted for President Trump the second time around. I think it was that number. It could have been 82 million, so I don't want this video taken down because, oh, misinformation. No, it's not misinformation. I don't exactly know the number, so that's why I'm saying I don't know the number. So anyway, you're insulting pretty much half the country. That's who you're. They're not just going after Trump. They're going after everybody that voted for him. They're going after everybody that stood by him. They're going after the middle class. They're going after the low class. They're going after everybody because they don't like Trump. So they hate this country. All the good that was did, they did not like unemployment being at record low. They did not like the economy being so strong. They didn't like low unemployment for blacks, Hispanics, Asians, and pretty much everybody else. They don't care about that, because if they cared about the citizens, the people of this country, instead of their own asses, if they cared about it, you know what they would do? They would be like, okay, we hate Trump, we don't like him, we want him out of office, but you know what? It is record unemployment. Records set pretty much for everybody in a 60-year for women or whatever it was. So by trying to destroy him, they're destroying the American way of life. They're destroying this country. Abuses in the FBI are just rampant. Abuses in the Department of Justice. And how can Garland stand up there and say, oh, everything was by the book, we made sure? White House denied knowing anything about what was going on. They knew what was going on. They knew they were going to raid Trump's place. Trump talked to him or his attorneys or whatever, on June 3rd. So then a couple of days later, they called, the archives people called and said, hey, you got to lock that room where all the boxes of records are. So they locked it. That was the last time they heard from anybody. So now you have somebody in the FBI or Department of Justice saying, oh, no, we told his attorneys there was a raid coming. I don't buy that. I don't believe it for a minute. Because why would his attorneys go on the record and say, we were not notified? We had no idea. They wouldn't even let the attorneys in there while they were trashing the place. That doesn't seem right. Does that seem right to anybody who's watching this video? That the FBI just come busted in and said, oh, wait a minute, attorneys. You're Trump's attorneys. No. We're not letting you see what we're doing. We're not going to give you a list of what was taken from his residence. We're not giving you any of that. We're not going to tell you what we're looking for. We're not giving you a hard copy of the warrant. You got to be kidding me. When police come to your door, if you have enough money for an attorney, your attorney's present. You know about it. The attorneys come in, the attorneys are present when they're doing all their stuff that they're doing, when they're coming and searching for, and that's what they do. But yet with President Trump not letting the attorneys in there, does anybody see something wrong with that? You talk to any attorney anywhere, they're going to tell you, yeah, that's awful fishy that they wouldn't allow the attorneys in there during the search. You have that right to have your attorney in there as they're trashing stuff so you can see exactly what they're doing. Hey, get off the table. So you have that right. So his attorneys wouldn't let him in, which was just wrong. They wouldn't give him a hard copy of the warrant, which I've never heard of that. And anyway, I'm just saying that the Department of Justice and the FBI both have become a political tool. Secret police. Okay? You look at what the secret police still do. You look at the secret police in these third world countries. You look at Hitler and his Gestapo, what they were doing. Am I saying the FBI, the Department of Justice, or the Gestapo? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Gestapo, the secret police, the KGB, whatever China's is, what they do is they go out and they hunt and they take out people that they don't want. Political prisoners. Look how many people are locked up as political prisoners. Well, we don't like what you're saying, you're going down. And if you remember, I don't remember who it was who said it, but 6 years ago, 5 years, whatever it was, somebody came out, somebody on the left, Democrat, said that you don't want to do anything to the Department of Justice is because they'll come after you any way and every way that they can. This is proof. When he said that, I don't remember who it was, you could research it. I should have researched it. But anyway, point being, is they're trying to take Trump out no matter what. Doesn't matter. Half the country wants him to run again, and you know what? They can't stop him from running unless they have something serious that they can put him in prison for. So let's say there were documents he took from the Booba Baba, took 31 million documents from the White House. 31 million. That's a lot of freaking paper. Did they go after him? Did they say, hey, we want to, yeah. No. Did they go after Bush? Did they go after it? This country has been around for 246 years. This has never happened. Think about that. 246 years of history, and nothing like this has ever happened. Now it does. They've been going after Trump for 7 years, have never had anything on him, have made stuff up trying to take him down, have lied on YouTube and Twitter. YouTube and Twitter. Oh, no, we're not taking any of that down. But it's lies. You know it's lies. I had some of my videos taken down because they didn't like what I said against a vaccine or I don't remember what some of the other stuff was, stupid stuff, because it's not factual. It was factual, but they didn't like what I said, so they took it down. Just like Amazon took down 16 years of my reviews of product because somebody there, some lowlife scumsucker, didn't like what one of my reviews said. Because I called them out. People on Amazon, these companies, if you give them a bad review, they try to buy you off. I've had that happen 3 different times where they offered me gift cards, free merchandise if I change my reviews, right? And that's not allowed on Amazon, but yet they do it and get away with it. So I put that right in my review. I'll say the company I bought it from, or if it's a manufacturer, I'll bash it and I'll say exactly the way it is. So they didn't like that, so somebody there, and no, they've never responded. Shitloads of emails, phone calls, they don't care. So anyway, I canceled my business Prime membership, which is like $190 a year. So I canceled that. I haven't bought anything from them since. But anyway, point being is the FBI and the Department of Justice has turned political. They're saying that, oh, no, this wasn't politically motivated. For 7 years, they have been going after Trump. You tell me that in that 7-year period of time that it wasn't political? Nobody can be that ignorant to think that it's not politically motivated. It is politically motivated. Whatever we can do to take him down. So let's say he did take some documents, even though the National Archives went through the documents, went through all of them, said what was and what wasn't. They did take some and they said, well, no, you can't have these, even though the president can declassify any document they want, right? So anyway, they did, that was a few months ago, they took some boxes of documents. They said, oh, you can't have these. There was no problem. Trump says, yeah, whatever. But in a way, if it was over that, let's say he had a document that he shouldn't have had. He had a letter from Ching Chao Pao from China, or North Korea. Oh, you can't have that. Well, it's a letter to me. There's even a letter from a Booba Baba to Trump that Trump took. And who knows, I might say, well, you can't have that. But in a way, point being is let's say he did have some documents that he wasn't supposed to have, and the National Archive people missed those documents when they were searching through all the boxes of stuff that he took. And keep in mind, Trump didn't pack those boxes, his staff did. But in a way, Trump's been cooperating with him, his lawyers. He's always cooperated with all these clowns. And they've never gotten anything on him because there's never anything to find. But let's say they make something up and say, okay, well, this document here you shouldn't have, so you can't run for president. They can't do that. Congress can't do that. If he wants to run for president in 2024 and they say you can't because we have these documents that you took and you weren't supposed to have them, that is a misdemeanor. Show me in the Constitution or anywhere that states a president, somebody can't run for president that has a misdemeanor. That's a slap on the wrist. In a way, they're not going to be able to stop him from running. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to scare everybody. If you're a Republican, see what we did? We came after the President of the United States. You know what else we did? The Department of Justice, we came after parents at school board meetings because we didn't like them saying we don't want that CRT crap taught. We don't want the lies about, what it was, 1870, whatever that project was. So, you know, when transgender and all that crap being taught to kids, that stuff has no business in school. I'm sorry. None whatsoever. In a way, that's what the Department of Justice is doing. They're going after parents. They're trying to scare parents. Hey, if you guys come to the school meeting and you start bitching about what those teachers are teaching your kids, you don't have that right on what's being taught to your kids. Bullshit. As a parent, you have the right of what's being taught to your kids in a public school. And you have different, you've had governor of West Virginia, whatever it was, you had the one governor saying you don't have that right. What do you mean I don't have that right? I'm a parent and I can't go to the school board meeting and say, hey, no, you don't need to be teaching this shit to our kids. So in a way, they're out of control. And what needs to happen is it needs to be cleaned from the top to the bottom. Both the Department of Justice and the FBI. You have too many people in there that are totally, that when you're a cop, Department of Justice, FBI, I knew somebody who worked at the FBI. Mary worked there pretty much her entire life. So I'm not saying that all the people, it's just like bad cops. Now, do I think there's more bad cops than good cops? 100% yes. There are more bad cops than good cops. Now, I'm not talking just, oh, well, these cops always go after blacks, always spit Hispanic. No, I'm talking about cops that are assholes. I dealt with them. I actually, in the city of Sterling Heights, I poured a slab in a mobile home park, had the approval of the manager, where it was going and all that, right? So I poured the slab. Next thing I know, there's all hell breaks loose about the slab that I poured. They actually, stirring shits, right? Actually sent a detective, not just a regular patrol cop. They sent a detective. And everybody knows detectives are hard crime shit, right? Murderers, rapists, serial this and serial that. They actually had a plain suit detective arrest me for pouring a slab because I didn't pull a permit. Anyway, the judge was kind of shocked by it. I think he charged me like a $100 fine for not pulling a permit. And that was the end of it. But I was booked, you know, and it was like, I thought it was fun. I didn't give a shit. You know, and the asshole detective was bent because I wasn't getting upset. Why would I be upset? This is cool, you know. So anyway, yeah, that's a bad cop or abuse of power. I had a lot of dealings with I did a lot of work for the city of Flint, okay? So I knew a lot of the cops that worked for the city of Flint, and a lot of them were bad cops, you know, just being assholes. When you pull somebody over for speeding, misuse of a lane, running a light, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Everybody should be treated the same. I don't care whether you're male, female, transgender, it doesn't matter. Everybody has the same rights, but in this country of ours, that's not true. So anyway, yeah, I think there's more bad cops than good cops. I really do. Anyway, I could go into a whole bunch of things with the cops that I know about. But anyway, the point is the Department of Justice and the FBI have been